YouTube? It's your boy I Fit In. And sorry I haven't been on here doing any reporting on boxing for a while. I got had a lot of stuff going on with the holidays. But anyways, what I want to get to today is this whole stink and fuss people are making about Mayweather being chosen as the fighter of the decade. Look here. I love Andre Ward. I love Pacquiao. But what they accomplished, Mayweather did it just a little bit better. Andre Ward feels like he's out of the mix because of the fights he had with Kovalev, the one and two, and those are great fights. And he's had plenty of other great fights with big names. But the thing is, though, bro, your claim to fame is being 35-0 against some good opponents. That's awesome, man. But Floyd Money Mayweather, he's 50-0 with a resume full of good opponents. See what I'm saying? He unified multiple divisions. He's undefeated. He beat every champion in his way. He never ducked nobody. Regardless of what people will try to say, Floyd Mayweather never ducked anybody. The what stopped the first fight between him and Pacquiao, after there's literally a recording of a video of Floyd explaining to Pacquiao and his team why the fight is important and why it must happen. All Manny Pacquiao had to do was do that testing, that blood test. He didn't want to take the blood test. Floyd Mayweather took the blood test. He took all the tests he was asking Pacquiao to take. And he had a good reason to ask Pacquiao to take these tests. Pacquiao was taking losses when he was at a way lighter division. Then all of a sudden, he starts growing in size and he's gaining muscle mass, but gaining more stamina on top of that and gaining more speed on top of that and running through bigger guys like crazy. Yeah, okay. You want him not to be careful and be smart and tell him, hey, you've been doing this, that, and the other. You're a great fighter. I'm acknowledging that, but I'm a little concerned with how you're getting this big and this strong so quickly. Yes, Floyd Money Mayweather moved up in weight, but bro, age and time did that with him. He didn't just shoot up and weight and just walk through people that can't be walked through. I'm sorry, but bro, you don't walk through Miguel Cotto. You don't do that. Yeah, Antonio Margarito, what he did to Cotto was because he cheated. Y'all saw that man's gloves at the end of the fight. Then he got caught. He got caught trying to do the same thing to Sugar Shane Mosley. And Sugar Shane Mosley whipped his ass for it, beat him brutally, and that's what he deserves. But Manny Pacquiao, yes, beautiful resume, beautiful resume. There's never going to be anybody to do what Manny Pacquiao did. He also unified multiple divisions, multi-champion, all the stuff that Floyd has. But at the same time, he's got blemishes on his records. He's got multiple losses. He's suffered knockouts. Like that, you can't. Floyd Mayweather doesn't have any of the little ink stains on his resume that Ward and, well, I wouldn't say Ward has a ink stain on his resume. Let's just say the requirement for the resume to be accepted is 2 pages long, and Ward's is a page and a half. And Manny Pacquiao's got 2 pages, maybe even 2.5 pages, but there's ink stains all over it. Floyd Money Mayweather is the only one with a perfect resume. Y'all don't want that man to be fighter of the decade because you don't like him or the way he fights. But at the end of the day, in the past 10 years, we saw him go from the guy that's knocking everybody out, ferocious little dude, to the guy that can't be touched, will not let you touch him. You saw what he did to Canelo. You saw what he did to Pacquiao. A lot of people's favorite fighters, the fighters that everybody thinks are the greatest of all time and can't be stopped, one of which hasn't been stopped lately. He's the guy to go to right now, which is the Canelo. He made him look like an amateur, a teenage amateur. And people want to say, oh, he was still green. No, he wasn't. He had been boxing as a professional for 7 years, has an extensive amateur background. He has way more fights as an amateur than most guys that go pro nowadays. So no, he wasn't green. He just got beat by the better man. Manny Pacquiao. He had Manny Pacquiao swinging for the woods all night, swinging for the fences, trying to knock the ball out the stadium all night, and he was missing and getting tagged while he was missing. There's no way to say, oh, he waited too long to take the fight, this, that, and other. Mayweather's older than Pacquiao with two brittle hands. He broke his hands. That's why he couldn't knock people out anymore. He can't even fully turn over or correlate his punches. And he still made him look silly. You tell me any other fighter who's done what Floyd Mayweather's done. He's taken less punishment than any other fighter in the game. So yeah, I don't have a problem with y'all hating the guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Floyd personally. I don't, and I know that there's some questionable stuff that's happened in his personal life, but that has nothing to do with boxing, guys. Y'all are mad because a guy y'all think is a bad person is fighter of the decade. You remember when we was in school? You're considered a bad child if you get in fights at recess and all that stuff. And I know this from a personal standpoint. So, since when do you have to be a good person to be a boxer? And also, this is not me saying he's not a good person because I've seen the good that Floyd has done. He donates money relentlessly. I've actually posted a video on it. I'm gonna link it below this. But yeah, like Floyd Mayweather has done some good things for people. Yes, he's made some mistakes. We all make mistakes, but we shouldn't be hated for the rest of our lives for it. At the end of the day, we need to get down to the nitty gritty, and y'all need to admit what the real reason for y'all not wanting Floyd Mayweather to be fighter of the decade is. What can you say? Like, Manny Pacquiao has rematches throughout his career. See what I'm saying? His rematches. Mayweather doesn't have a boatload of rematches. He did Maidana 1 and 2. And the only reason he did the second one is because people were saying, oh, Floyd, Floyd, he got handled the first time. He didn't just dominate him and all this stuff like he was supposed to do. Floyd is beatable. Floyd is vulnerable. So that second fight, he beat him worse than he beat him the first time. To shut y'all up. At the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao has losses on his record. Andre Ward doesn't have as many wins. What can you say? What can you say? The Floyd Mayweather, the guy that y'all swear up and down can't knock anybody out and isn't a knockout artist and just spends all his time in the ring running, he has almost as many knockouts as Andre Ward has fights. You tell me a guy that can land more punches on everybody, if he's running around the ring. A ring that I've been in, by the way, and you can't run in that ring. You can't run in a ring. It's a box. You know what happens when you try to run in a box? You get stuck in a corner. That doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather. So what are y'all talking about? The guy is the fighter of the decade, man. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao. He's still fighting. It's awesome. But he's gotten enough awards and respect and love from people for everything he's done. He's still continuing to get it. I honestly feel like at the rate he's going, he'll probably be the oldest title holder. Like that, that's just my opinion. But at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather earned that title. And that's just my opinion. If y'all have a contrasting opinion, y'all can state that in the comment box. Like I'm not the type of guy that's gonna cuss you out or go crazy on you just because you don't believe what I believe. It's cool. But y'all just let me know. And if you guys want more of this, if y'all like the content that I'm bringing y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I also go live on a regular basis. Y'all tune in. But for now, I fit in. Out.